99.3.
Well, starting line is being introduced here to the crowd this evening. First of all, for the Mineral Point Pointers, Lance Eccles will be starting. One of the positions. Along with Parker Downey, he will be he'll be at the point guard position. Justin Esch will be up front along with Luke Lindsay and Nick Jelly, the starting five for the Mineral Point Pointers. For the Dodgeville Dodgers tonight, as they're being introduced here to the crowd, they will have as their starters, Kevin McGraw will be starting at one of the backcourt positions. He, along with Carl Reynolds, will be starting. Josh Culver will be at the point guard position for the Dodgers. David Tews at one of the forward spots, along with Jeremy Martin. So for the Dodgers, you've got McGraw, Martin, Tews, Reynolds, and Culver. For Mineral Point, they'll have Eccles, Downey, Esch, Lindsay, and Jelly. Well, it's not often you get an opportunity to have two defending conference champions squaring off this early in a season, but that's exactly what we got here tonight. Is, of course, the Dodgers, the SWAL 1 co-champions last year, along with, of course, Cuba City, who is now going to be applying their conference play in SWAL 2 this year. And Mineral Point, of course, last year, the SWAL 2 champion. Jumping center for the Pointers will be Nick Jelly. He'll be opposed by the Dodgers' Jeremy Martin. Oh, check that. David Tews will be jump center. Jeremy Martin was in this near the center area, but he is not going to be jumping center. Instead, it will be Tews, and the officials are set. Ball is in the air, and the tip is going to be controlled by the Pointers. The Pointers will have it first time. Here on the right side with it is Esch. Esch has it in the right angle. He'll back down to there. Now look towards the side. Instead, he passes it up on top. Gets the ball right back now in the right angle. Goes towards the right corner. Now being double teamed. They kick it back out on top to Downey. Now around the go in the defense. Here's a fake. A jump pass inside. Knocked away and deflected out of bounds. And last touch by Dodgeville. Just underway here. No score between the Dodgers and the Pointers. As it'll be Downey who triggered in here for the Pointers. He tosses it inbounds to Lindsay. Lindsay gets it into the hands to Justin Esch. Esch hands it back off out to Downey, who will get off the top of the circle. Bounce pass down to the baseline area, goes there to Lindsay, and he'll kick it back out high. Cross-court pass underneath, getting position, shot on the lane is up and good by Lance Eccles. So Eccles with a nice shot in the lane, 2-0, Pointers with the early lead. Here are the Dodgers with the ball. McGraw passing it on the right angle to Culver. Bounce passing it down the right angle to Tews. Tews cross-court pass deflected away, stolen away by the Pointers. Here they come on the drive. Here's Esch with a shot. Doesn't get it. And on the play, a foul is called on his drive to the basket. And the foul will be called on the Dodgers. A blocking foul going to be called on Dodgeville's Josh Culver. So Culver gets called for the first foul of the game, and at the free throw line will be Luke, Justin Esch will be at the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws. First free throw around the rim and no good. He'll get his second. Esch's second free throw is up, and that one's in the bottom of the well. And it's now a 3-0 lead for Mineral Point. 7 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. Josh Culver with the ball for the Dodgers. He'll walk it across the timeline. A little bit of matchup zone being played here by Mineral Point. They throw it to the high post of Tews. Here's Culver in the right angle. Culver dishes it back on the right angle to Martin. Back up on the right side to Culver, who has it. Into the hands of Martin. They play a little catch on the right side offensively. Back on top to Reynolds. High post pass to Tews. Tews now stops. So dishes it back on the right wing. Here's Martin with a jump shot. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound inside by McGraw. Puts up a tough shot. Batted behind by Jelly. And in the hands of Point will have the ball back. Here come the Pointers with the 3-0 lead here in the early going. Top of the key with it is Downey. Downey pass underneath. Here's a shot taken. Underlay. That time by Lindsay. Ball loose on the floor. Now picked up there by the Dodgers. Here comes Reynolds on the fly. Left wing pass off the fingertips of Tews and out of bounds. And the ball goes back into Mineral Point's possession. So play a little bit sloppy in the early going, but of course you kind of expect that when you're starting out a season. It's only being the second game for either of these two clubs. Here's the lob to the right side. Shot underway, and the foul will be called on Dodgeville. As the pass to Esch as he drove down the right side of the lane. Got inside deep and draws a foul on the Dodgers. And the foul on Dodgeville is going to be called on Jeremy Martin. So Martin gets the second team foul. First foul for Martin. And a free throw on the way is up and good by Justin Esch. So a 4-0 lead for Mineral Point here. 6:05 left in the first quarter. Esch, a 6'2" senior, makes the second one. And it's a 5-0 lead for Mineral Point. Dodgeville gets into the forecourt, left wing side. They have it. It's McGraw back on top to Culver. Kicks it back out on the right wing side to Martin to Reynolds. Reynolds now on the right angle, heads inside, dishes it back up to Culver. Culver dishes up on top. Here's Reynolds for three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. And nice rebound by Twos. Puts up a strong shot around the rim, no good. Tip up by Martin, no good. He goes for the rebound, knocks it out of bounds. Last touch by Mineral Point. Good rebounding that time by the Dodgers, but still not able to find the bottom of the basket. Here's Culver, long three on the way. Yes! Josh Culver from long range is now 5-3 lead for Mineral Point. 5:28 left here in the first quarter. As the ball is taken here into the right corner by Esch. Esch now being ball hawked there by McGraw. He kicks it back out high into the hands of Eccles. Now up on the left wing side, they give it into the hands of Jelly. He loses control of it, but now it's picked up there loose on the floor by Lindsay. Lindsay dishes to Jelly with a jump shot off the iron, no good. Rebound inside, shot is up and no good. A foul underneath. Going to be called on Dodgeville's Kevin McGraw. McGraw that time pushing off, trying to get better position under the basket for the rebound, gets called for the foul. And in the act of shooting, it'll be Justin Esch again at the free throw line. And that first free throw is off the front iron, no good. He'll have a second one coming. 5:06 left here in the first quarter. Esch's second free throw is good. Makes one of two, and it's a 6-3 lead for Mineral Point. As Culver has it, right side to Reynolds. Reynolds right angle, passes it back out in the zone to Culver, down in the corner to McGraw. McGraw just gets out of trouble, gives it to Reynolds. Here's a three on the way. That's off the back iron, no good. And the long rebound gives it to the hands of Parker Downey. He loses the ball. Reynolds on the steal. He lays it up and in. Reynolds with the steal, and it's a 6-5 lead for Mineral Point. 4:37 left. Little backcourt pressure, and Downey gets the ball swatted from behind, but into the hands, however, of Jelly. Jelly back out on the right angle to Downey. Underneath passes off the fingertips. That goes out of bounds. And the turnover gives it right back to the Dodgers. So at 4:25 left in the first, Dodgeville coming down here with an opportunity to maybe take the lead here, trailing by one at 6-5. Culver with the ball, right wing pass to Reynolds. Here's a long right corner jumper. Good! Three-point jumper good by Jeremy Martin. And Dodgeville jumps out to an 8-6 lead with 4:05 left in the first quarter. Downey gets across the timeline for Mineral Point. Lobs the pass, stolen by Martin. 3-on-2, swings it on the left wing to Reynolds. Doesn't like the odds, and he'll back it out of there. Bounce pass out to Twos. Lob across to McGraw, a little too high. And out of bounds it goes. Now Twos was expecting McGraw to cut to the basket, but the pass is just a little too high for McGraw and goes out of bounds. 8-6 lead for Dodgeville, 3:50 left in the first quarter. Here's Downey into the forecourt. Pass again on the left wing side. They get it off on the right angle to Esch. Justin Esch dribbles towards the basket, in traffic, puts up a tough shot. Doesn't get it to go, and Twos gets the rebound. Twos running it up the court. On the right wing pass to Reynolds. Reynolds in the basket, puts it up, and on the way, he gets hacked on the arm. And a foul will be called on Mineral Point, as I believe Parker Downey will get called for the reach-in. Gets him on the arm with that foul. So Downey gets the foul. And at the free throw line will be Carl Reynolds, and the first free throws around the rim, no good. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 3:33 left here in this first quarter. We'll keep it right here. This is going to be a short timeout. High school sports here on D99.3, proudly brought to you by Ivy Construction. When you need crushed stone, gravel, or ag lime for any project, let Ivy Construction help with your plans. Give them a call at 987-2967. That's Ivy Construction of Mineral Point. Well, the first of two games this week here on D99.3. We'll be back with you Thursday night when the Dodgeville Dodgers boys team hits the road and plays River Valley. We'll be up in Spring Green for the broadcast. You can hear it live starting at 7:15 Thursday night right here on D99.3. Reynolds now trying the second free throw. And that's up, and it is around the rim. Won't go, but the tip up, the follow-up by Martin is good. Oh, what a tip by Martin. He gets the deuce. That's now a 10-6 lead for the Dodgers. Downey with the ball out on top. Now being double-teamed, got pressure. Now he finally gets it out of there. Into the hands of Greg Gratz now in the game here for Mineral Point. Gratz with the ball being ball hawked there. Into the game now is Cody Holbert for the Dodgers. So some substitutions during that timeout. Here's a cross-court pass to Downey. Downey will dribble to the basket, puts up a left-handed shot, no good. Rebound comes out, Holbert has it. Holbert tries to drive through some people, gets hacked there, but the ball comes loose in the hands of Martin. Out on the wing to Reynolds. Reynolds goes baseline and backs out of there. Now he'll go baseline one more time, dishes it out into the wing. Here's a jump shot taken from the corner, no good. That shot taken there by Jason Rundhog for the Dodgers. So Rundhog and Holbert in the game here for Dodgeville. 10-6 lead for the Dodgers. And with the ball there, it is Esch passing it back out high to Downey. Downey dribbles towards the basket. Bounce pass on the lane. Shot is up and good. And a foul's going to be called. See if they're going to count the basket. As a shot taken, the basket will count, and it's going to be Luke Lindsay on the drive. And he also draws the foul. And that foul will be called on the Dodgers' Jason Rundhog. So Rundhog picks up his first foul, and Lindsay at the free throw line to try for the old-time three-point play. Doesn't get it as the rebound comes down in the hands of Martin. Martin passing it on the right wing to Culver, brings it into the forecourt. Long jumper for Culver. It's a three, good. It's three-licious. 13-8. Lead belongs to Dodgeville. 2:10 left here in the first quarter. Here's a pass stolen away, and Culver makes the steal. Passing on the right wing to Reynolds. Reynolds will drive, lays it up and in. 4 points for Reynolds here on the night. And it's a 15-8 lead for the Dodgers. Minute 50 left in the first quarter. Here's the pass on the right wing to Esch. Esch being ball hawked there by Culver. Here's a long jump shot taken there off the iron, no good by Downey. And the rebound comes into the hands of Reynolds for the Dodgers. As Reynolds will pass it out on the right wing to Holbert. Holbert up on top of the key. Gives it off to Culver. Culver directing traffic, moving everyone from the right to the left side. He'll let fly from three. Off the iron, no good. Martin runs down the rebound in the right corner. Martin back out high to the pass. They go to Rundhog, and in the corner, here's Culver, jump shooting, no good. And the rebound brought down there by the pointers, Luke Lindsay. Esch has it, as Esch brings it up into the forecourt. Now being ball hawked, he'll pass it on the left wing side in the hands of Gratz. Gratz with a feed back into a nice pass to Justin Esch. A little give and go, and Esch drives the lane, puts up a deuce, and it's 15-10. 5-point lead for the Dodgers. Now under a minute left here in this first quarter. Pretty good pace in this game here for this early in the season. As Reynolds on the left wing pass off to Holbert, fakes his shot. Instead, he passes it back out to Rundhog. They'll get back in the hands of Holbert. Holbert now feeding it to Culver on the right wing. 41 seconds left. Culver on the drive to the basket, puts it up and in. Josh Culver with his 8th point of the game. That's a 17-10 lead for the Dodgers. 30 seconds left here in this first quarter. And up on the top of the key is Downey. Downey swings it left side, gets it right back on the pass. As it'll run down this time now, with 18 seconds left here in the period. Lindsay back out high under the angle to Downey. Downey with it, passing on the right wing to Esch, and away from the ball. We've got a foul going to be called, and a foul will be called on Dodgeville. As the foul will be whistled down on the Dodgers, Josh Culver. Kind of running through a pick there. And we got a wholesale substitutions here as Justin Doyle now coming in here for Mineral Point. Culvers gets his second foul of the game. And 10 seconds left here in the quarter. Esch has the ball. Now gets it back into the hands now of Eccles. Eccles with a drive to the basket, puts it up, and a foul on the way to the basket is going to be called against Dodgeville again. And the foul will be called on Carl Reynolds. That'll be his first foul of the game. And at the free throw line will be Lance Eccles. So Eccles, with 5.1 seconds left here in the first quarter, Goes to free throw line to shoot some free throws, and off the back iron, no good on the first one. Dodgers already with 16 fouls here in this first quarter alone. Second free throw on the way by Eccles is up and good. Has now a 17-11 lead. Here's the pass to the inbound to McGraw. McGraw dribbles. Long jump shot on the way. Won't get it to go. It goes out of bounds, and now with 0.2 seconds left, Mineral Point will about only be able to, they're going to say the ball was partially blocked, and it was partially blocked by Mineral Point, so Dodgeville will get the ball underneath their own basket. So Tony DeMuth will trigger it in here for the Dodgers. DeMuth lobs it inside to Reynolds, tries to punch it up to the basket, doesn't get it, and that's the end of the first quarter. 17-11 is the score in favor of Dodgeville. We'll take a 1-minute break and listen to high school sports on D99.3.
Best of luck to all the high school athletes from Poda Oil Company and Mineral.
So we get ready for the second quarter. It's a 6-point lead for Dodgeville. 17-11 as the Dodgers take the ball in the offense here as Martin has it on the left wing side. They swing it into the hands of Culver. Culver looks inside, and he'll give it a twos with a jumper from 15 off the back iron, no good. Ball tipped away, out of bounds. It'll be last touch by Mineral Point. Off the hands that time with the Pointers. Justin Doyle there swatting that ball out of bounds. So the Dodgers get it right back. Just underway here in the second quarter. Dodgeville with the ball. Culver passing it right wing to Martin. Back out high to Reynolds. Bounce feeding it to Culver on the left side. Nice pass to Martin. All alone underneath for the easy deuce, and a nice pass by Culver. 19-11 lead for the Dodgers. 7:22 left here in the second quarter. And a pass on the right side as Downey has it. He'll go down left wing side to Doyle. Doyle stops the dribble. Now being double teamed. Now he's got to get out of there, and he finally does. Gets it out from the left wing side in the hands of Eccles. Eccles loses the ball momentarily on the floor. Tie up. And the possession arrow is in favor of Mineral Point. And now the Pointers sending in some substitutions again. As checking back into the game, you have Greg Gratz stepping onto the floor, and also Luke Lindsay reporting back in here for Mineral Point. 7 minutes remaining. Here's a pass inside, stolen away by Culver. Gets out to McGraw, down court to twos, puts it up and in, and a foul! Nice drive to the basket by Twos as he draws the foul, and it'll be called on Greg Gratz. So Gratz gets his first foul, second team foul for the Pointers, as Twos will go to the line to shoot one free throw. First one is off the rim, no good. And the rebound comes into the hands there of Eccles for the Pointers. 10-point lead for the Dodgers, 21-11, and it's a 6:45 left in the second quarter. Here's a pass stolen away by McGraw. Gets it in the hands of Reynolds. Good tight defense by the Dodgers. Here's Reynolds all the way to the basket. Passes the left wing, Martin. Jump shot, good. And Martin with his 9th point of the game now makes it a 12-point lead for the Dodgers. 6:25 left here in the first half. I'll tell you, Dodgeville was off to a slow start, but they're coming out here with some good defense. There's a drive baseline shot on the way. No good, taken there by Justin Tibbetts, and the rebound brought down here by the Dodgers. Here's Culver on the pass. Right wing to Martin, drives the basket, puts it in, and he's fouled. Another nice move on the break that time by the Dodgers as Martin crashed it down the right wing side and drove to the basket and drew the foul. And that foul going to be called on Justin Esch. His first foul, 13th foul. And Martin at the line to shoot a free throw. And it's good. So Martin right now, 12 points so far in this game and 6:05 remaining in this second quarter. Here's a drive by Downey. He dishes off on the wing. Here's a shot taken baseline. Good by Nick Jelly. Nice jump shot by Jelly. And it's a 26-13 lead for the Dodgers. Culver out on top to Reynolds. Up on the right wing side to Martin. Martin dribbles down with the left hand. Gives it out front to McGraw. McGraw backs out of trouble. Now gives it back to Martin. Martin goes left baseline all the way to the basket. Lays it up and won't go. A little hard off the rim. And the rebound getting in the hands of Justin Esch for the Pointers. Mineral Point with the ball. Here's a pass anticipated, but deflected and knocked out of bounds by Martin. So the ball will stay in the possession of the Pointers in the right forecourt. Well, toss it in as Nick Jelly will lob it in here into the hands of Parker Downey. Downey bounce passing it and feeding it into the hands of Lindsay. Here's a jump shot by Downey, three-pointer around the rim, no good. And the rebound brought down by Culver. He'll sprint it out to McGraw. To twos, drives the lane, puts it up, won't go. And the rebound's brought down there by Lindsay. Lindsay will come out of there with it here for the Pointers. He gives it back to Esch, who will give it across the court, and the ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Mineral Point. Pointer's going to bring in some, I should say the Dodge is going to bring some substitutions now as Brandon Knox comes out on the floor. And also Cody Holbert to replace Jeremy Martin and Josh Culver. Here's the ball tossed inbounds. Back out the top, and a pass by Downey goes into the backcourt. An over and back violation going to be called against Mineral Point. There's no doubt that the pressure defense being employed here by Dodgeville is really causing trouble here for Mineral Point in this contest. 13-point lead for the Dodgers. With the ball on the right wing side, Knox gives it off into the hands of McGraw. Back into the hands, it's stolen away. Nice steal that time by the Pointers as Lance Eccles with the steal. He gets it off in the hands of Justin Esch, who'll try to get across the timeline. He does. Up on top, now trying to find someone to pass to, gives it to Downey. Downey dribbles towards the basket, kicks it out on the wing. Here's Eccles with his long jumper. That won't go. Here's Twos on the fly. Twos on the left wing. The drop pass is going to be deflected away and knocked out of bounds by the Pointers as Eccles coming back on the play to deflect that one out of bounds. So the Dodgers will trigger it in from underneath their own basket as Knox gives it to Culver. Off the pass, takes the shot, doesn't get it. And the rebound brought in there by Mineral Point as Lindsay will give it off to Downey, who'll walk it across the timeline. And on the drive to the basket, we're going to have a foul going to be called on Holbert's. Holbert on the reach-in as Downey tried continuing his drive to the basket and got the ball swatted out of the air. But the foul will be called on Dodgeville's Cody Holbert, I believe, on the reach-in. And they're in the bonus situation, so the Pointers will be at the free throw line as Parker Downey will be at the line to shoot a 1+1. First one on the way, and it is good. First points of the game for Parker Downey. Has 26-14, 12-point lead for Dodgeville. 4:09 left in the second quarter. Here's Downey's second, and that's good. 2 for 2 for Downey. 26-15. As the Dodgers bring it into the forecourt, it's McGraw. McGraw passing it back down to Reynolds. Reynolds dribbles the right side. Now he'll back out of there and get in the hands of Twos. Twos now on the right wing drive. He'll back out. Now he'll change direction. Goes towards the lane. The left-hand push shot is good. Nice little crossover move by Twos. Went right hand to left hand and used a little left-hand push layup from about 5 feet out and puts it in. 28-15 lead. Here in the right wing. Pass going to be taken and good. Nick Jelly with a jump shot. So Nick Jelly with a jumper makes it 28-17 in favor of the Dodgers. 3:30 left here in the first half. Right baseline, Twos passing it underneath, knocked out of bounds, and the last touch by Mineral Point as he tried getting Brandon Knox with a pass underneath. Holbert is going to get a little breather as Jason Rundhog for the Dodgers comes in. So here's Reynolds. We'll toss it in. He gets it into the hands of Rundhog. Back to Reynolds in the left corner. Reynolds passing it inside, deflected away, and stolen back by the Pointers. So Downey that time picking up the loose change off the floor. Justin Esch comes into the forecourt. Bounce basket now right wing side to Lindsay. All the way to the basket. Baseline drive. Around the rim, no good. Off the backboard and into the hands of Reynolds. And we got a whistle in the backcourt, and a foul will be called on the Pointers. And I believe the foul will be called on Luke Lindsay on the reach-in. So Tony DeMuth now steps onto the floor here for Dodgeville as the foul was called on Lindsay. That is the fourth team foul, and so the Dodgers with the ball and 3 minutes left here in the first half, and an 11-point lead for the Dodgers. Reynolds with the right wing all the way baseline from 10 feet, puts it up and in. Tough drive by Carl Reynolds on that right wing, gets a 6-point, 13-point lead for the Dodgers. At the top of the key, it is Downey for the Pointers. Dribbles left side, now he'll kick it out on the right wing side to Esch, off his fingertips, out of bounds. So the Dodgers on the turnover get the ball back. 2:38 left here in the second quarter, and the Dodgers are off to a slow start in this game, but they have been since sizzling. Here's Reynolds on a drive to the basket, goes all the way in, and on the way in, he draws a foul, and it'll be called here against Mineral Point. Foul going to be called on Luke Lindsay, picking up his second foul of the game, and Reynolds will be going to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Now, Carl Reynolds, of course, first free throw no good. Member of the squad last year. It was a co-champion of the Swall 1 for the Dodgers. He was a coming off the bench kind of guy. He was a 6th or 7th man on the team. He was the kind of guy that came in and gave a spark to the ball club. Now Reynolds makes 1 of 2. And it's a 14-point lead for the Dodgers with 2:22 left. This year, Reynolds, the senior, the only senior on his club, by the way. Shot from the right side, taken there by Jelly, doesn't get it, and the rebound in the hands of Tony DeMuth. Gives it off to Reynolds, who bring it into the forecourt. Reynolds, right wing side to Martin, on the way to the baseline, shot taken, tough shot taken there by Rundhog, doesn't get it, and the rebound. Lance Eccles for the Pointers. Here comes Mineral Point with Esch on the dribble across the timeline. Right hand, left hand, now right hand. Up on the right side to Downey. He now gives it a nice pass on the right baseline to Jelly. He'll dish it back out high. Here's a jump shot taken by Esch. Is around the rim, no good, and Reynolds with the board. Reynolds for the Dodgers brings it into forecourt. Passing on right side, McGraw, jump shot, good. Kevin McGraw, his first 2 points of the game, and it's a 33-17 lead for Dodgeville. Minute 25 left here in the first half. Here's Downey with a shot in the lane. He hits it. Nice shot by Parker Downey. Gets his 4th point of the game, and it's 33-19. Here's Reynolds on the right angle for the Dodgers. Fakes a shot. Instead, he'll pass it out to the top of the key to Martin with a drive. Ooh, and he gets triple teamed, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Martin. Martin driving the lane, kind of driving the lane out of control, and gets called for the charging foul. So Mineral Point will get the ball back here with trailing by 14 and a minute 5 left in this first half. Here's Downey. Downey drives all the way to the right side, puts up a tough shot, no good. DeMuth with the rebound, gets out on the fly. They get it to Reynolds out on the right wing. Long jumper on the way is good for 3 for Carl Reynolds. 36-19, Dodgers with a 17-point lead. 42 seconds left in this first half. Here in the right corner, here's a fake push shot now, taken by Esch. Off the iron, no good, and the rebound comes down in the hands of Martin. Back comes Reynolds, pushing it up the floor. Reynolds on the left wing, feed to DeMuth. DeMuth goes baseline, now stops, passes it back out high to Reynolds, drives the lane, dish off to Martin. Baseline drive, puts it up and in. Jeremy Martin having a good half. 38-19, the lead belongs to Dodgeville. Under 15 seconds remaining. Here's a pass deflected away as McGraw, anticipating that pass, deflects it out of bounds, so Mineral Point will trigger it in from their right side of the forecourt. Under 10 seconds now as Esch has the ball. Esch passes it at the top of the key. Now they work right side to Downey for 3. Good. Nice set play that time as Parker Downey with a 3-point basket. And that's how we end the first half of play. But it's a solid lead for the Dodgeville Dodgers as they currently lead 38-22 after 1 half of play. We'll come back and run through the scoring right after we give you a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3. Well, here we go. Second half just about ready to get underway here. There's a 38-22 lead for the Dodgers as we get things set to roll. As the Dodgers will get the ball to start this second half. As the ball will be triggered in by David Tews. Tews will toss it in from across the way. Right now the band is making their way out of the arena. And they get inbound to Culver. We're ready to go. Culver to McGraw. Back out high to Culver. Out to Reynolds. On the right side, they work it into the hands of Martin. Martin with the ball. Cross-court pass in the hands of Culver. Culver now having to face a 2-1-2 zone. Here's Reynolds with a drive. A little hard off the backboard, no good. Ball kept alive. Here's Culver with a tough shot. Dishes out to Reynolds. He'll give another dish to McGraw for a 3. No good. And the rebound's brought down by the Pointers. Nick Jelly with the rebound there for Mineral Point. As the Pointers come into the court. Here's the ball. Reynolds trying for a steal. Almost gets it from Downey. Now they get it across the timeline into the left corner. Into the hands of Jelly with a lob pass. Almost deflected away again by Reynolds. Well, they're making life miserable here for Parker Downey. Played him tough. Here's Downey passing up on the left wing side into the hands of Jelly. Here's a shot taken from the baseline. Off the rim by Eccles. No good. And we got a whistle underneath and a tie-up. And a possession arrow stays with Mineral Point. Just underway here in this second half. In fact, 7:06 remaining. Here's the pass on the inbounds, way out high into the hands of Lindsay. Up on the right side to Downey with a 3-ball, no good. And the rebound brought down there by Martin. Martin dishes it to Culver, now on the wing to Tews. Tews stops, hits the brakes, now cross-court pass to Reynolds. 3 on the way, yes! Carl Reynolds with his 13th point of the game. And it's a 41-22 lead here for the Dodgers. Downey, pass, turns down the pass to the left side, pass the right side, and off the fingertips. Out of bounds is Justin Esch that time. Just couldn't corral that pass. So the turnover gives it right back to the Dodgers. Culver passing it off to Reynolds out on the right angle. Reynolds facing that zone, now dribbles around the traffic, gets it on the wing to McGraw, baseline jumper, good. Kevin McGraw with his 4th point. And the Dodgers bump it up now to a 21-point lead at 43-22. 6:15 left here in the third quarter. Downey with the dribble, right hand, swings it down the right corner into the hands of Lindsay. Pass back underneath. Here's Jelly with a shot off the back iron, no good. Rebound underneath, though, controlled by Mineral Point. Shot is up, and a foul will be called. Good work underneath by Mineral Point as Lindsay that time fought hard for that rebound, drew the foul on the Dodgers. And that foul will be called on David Tews. That'll be his first foul of the game. And at the free throw line will be Luke Lindsay, 6'2" senior for the Pointers. As the free throw's up and good. And a reminder, high school sports here on D99.3. Coming up Thursday night as Lindsay makes the second free throw, as we'll have the game between the Dodgers and River Valley. Thursday night, 7:15 broadcast time right here. 5:55 left in the third quarter and a 19-point lead for the Dodgers. On the pass, left wing side to Culver, back to top. Here's a shot by McGraw. 3-ball is good. 3-pointer for McGraw. And it's now 7 points for McGraw and a 46-24 lead for Dodgeville. Here's Downey getting ball hawked again. Pass to the left wing side. Get it off to Jelly. Pass inside is stolen away by the Dodgers, but retaken there by Mineral Point. Shot in the lane, up and good by Lance Eccles. So Mineral Point hanging in there with it. Gets the points. That's 46-26. Shot taken baseline blocked as Culver tried the shot baseline. Got it blocked by the Pointers, and they get it back. As Downey will bring it into the forecourt. Basket on the right wing side into the hands of Lindsay. Now they go baseline drive. Ball's loose on the baseline. They're going to say last touched by Mineral Point. Instead of foul is going to be called underneath, and that foul, that reach-in foul, is going to be called against Mineral Point, and Lance Eccles will get the call. So Eccles gets the foul. First foul for him and first team foul for Mineral Point. 46-26, the lead belongs to Dodgeville. With the ball's Culver, bounce pass get the Tews inside, can't control it, and it's stolen away by Mineral Point. Downey with it, dribbles towards the lane, all the way down the lane, drops it off, but he's going to get called on the foul. As the foul's going to be called on the charge against Parker Downey. I think both officials, both blew the whistle almost simultaneously. They both made the exact same call. So Downey gets his second foul of the game. And still a 20-point lead for Dodgeville. As the ball kicked out to McGraw. Long three on the way. Good! Well, McGraw is feeling it here. He's got his 7th point of this quarter. 9 total for the game. 49-26. The lead belongs to Dodgeville. Here's Downey with a drive to the basket. Now gets tied up. Now the ball stolen away. As McGraw kicked it loose. Gets it out on the wing. Here's a shot by Reynolds on the fly. No good. Rebound in the lane by Twos. Drives to the basket. Puts it up. Bounces around and falls off. But he draws the foul. And a foul will be called on Mineral Point. Foul is called on Luke Lindsay. His 3rd foul. And going to free throw line will be David Twos. Twos, first free throw is in there. Now some substitutes here for the Dodgers as Cody Holbert steps on the floor. Also Jason Rundhog steps on, replacing Martin and Reynolds. So David Twos getting set for his 2nd free throw. That one's good. So Twos hits 2, got 6 points in the game. And 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. The Dodgers with a 51-26 lead. Downey into the forecourt here for Mineral Point. Dribbles right side. Now stops. Gives it off on the left angle. Into the hands. And here's a drive by Eccles in the lane. Won't get it to go. Rebound kept alive by the Dodgers. And saved from going off by Twos. Into the hands of Culver. Culver in the left wing feed. Gets it off out there. Here's Rundhog with a drive. Doesn't get it. And we're going to have a foul. And an over-the-back foul is going to be called against the Dodgers. As Culver going over the top trying to get that rebound gets called for the foul. That'll be his 3rd foul of the game. And quickly, Coach Chuck Tank is going to bring Carl Reynolds in to replace Culver with his 3rd foul. He doesn't want him to pick up a 4th here this quick with 3:38 left in the 3rd quarter. So quickly into the forecourt as Downey has the ball at the top of the key. They swing it on the left wing side. The pass is deflected and last touched by Mineral Point. So the pass underneath is deflected away. Also, they do take the play-by-play that we do here on the radio gets put into the public access television. So I actually have a monitor here in front of me here. Here's Reynolds in the drive, underlays it, and the rebound brought down by Mineral Point. All of a sudden I look at the monitor and I'm seeing a replay. Here's a whistle and a blocking foul, or it's going to be an offensive foul going to be called against Mineral Point. So trying to maybe make some room on the dribble, a foul will be called. And that foul will be called on Luke Lindsay, and that'll be his 4th personal foul. So Lindsay with 4 fouls as the Dodgers with the ball. They have it down in the left corner. McGraw with a fall away, partially blocked, it appeared to be. And back comes Mineral Point. Here's Downey, left wing pass. Nice pass into the hands of Luke Lindsay for the drive and the layup. 6 points for Lindsay. 51-28, the lead belongs to Dodgeville. 2:35 left in the 3rd. Here's Reynolds on the drive. On the way to the basket, he is bumped. And a foul will be called on the Pointers. And that foul will be called on Nick Jelly. Jelly gets his 1st foul of the game. And a timeout is called by Mineral Point. So a timeout is called by Mineral Point. We will take a 60-second break. 51-28, the lead belongs to Dodgeville. 60-second timeout. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
You won't want to miss the fantastic specials going on at Kozelka and Wall Clothing in downtown Dodgeville this weekend. All men's suits, 40% off the original price. All men's sports coats, just $99. And great prices in the ladies department in the lower level of Kozelka and Wall Clothing in downtown Dodgeville. They're open this weekend and Sunday from 11 a.m. till 4 p.m. Plus, there's always free gift wrapping. Kozelka and Wall Clothing this weekend with a special that you won't want to miss to make your holiday gift giving even easier.
No one really knows the value of convenience and fast, friendly service until you need it. That's why it's comforting to know that when you do need convenience, it's there. Every day at Point Foods in Mineral Point. Point Foods is your hometown grocery store. No special cards needed to get one-time special prices. Point Foods passes on all their buying discounts to you every day. Point Foods in Mineral Point. Big enough to serve you well, small enough to care. Point Foods supports all of our area high school athletes and their teams.
Well, the Dodgers on the inbounds had a quick shot from the right corner taken there by McGraw, but didn't get it. And they lose the ball to bounces, so back comes Mineral Point with it. Trailing by 23. Here's a long jump shot from the top of the key by Downey, no good. Rebound kept alive, and it's still in the hands of McGraw. Drives all the way, lays it up. Off the back line, no good. Followed by Reynolds. Doesn't get it to go. Tie up, and a possession arrow will be in favor of Dodgeville. As Justin Doyle thought he had control of that rebound, but Reynolds also had his hands on it. And so with the possession arrow in favor of Dodgeville, they'll get the ball inbound underneath their own basket. McGraw triggers it into Reynolds, drives to the basket, goes all the way in, loses it off his hands out of bounds, and it'll be in the Mineral Point's possession as Reynolds lost the ball off his fingertips. 2 minutes left here in his third quarter. 51-28 lead for the Dodgers. Downey into the forecourt, gets it into the hands of Tibbetts. Tibbetts stops now, gets it off to the side to Downey, down in the corner. Jump shooting there taken by Ratz, doesn't get it. Back comes the Dodgers. Here's McGraw in the basket. Charging foul. Going to be called against Kevin McGraw on the drive to the basket. And there was a hard hit down in that backside there. As the Mineral Point pointer who's down there, that was Nick Jelly, took that tough charge. Well, let me take that back. That's Parker Downey on the drive. They both collided. Ended up right into the base of the stage area here. Well, Downey gets up, and he appears to be okay. So, back into the forecourt comes Mineral Point as Esch out of the right wing side. He'll get around the defense, and Esch gets the ball stolen away. Stolen by Rundhog. Rundhog drives the lane. He puts it in. Jason Rundhog with his first 2 points of the night. A good defensive play. 53-28 lead for the Dodgers. Minute 20 left in the third quarter. Here with the ball is Ash being ball hawked. Now the ball stolen away. Rundhog again. Rundhog drives again. Puts it up. No good. And he's fouling away to the basket. Foul will be called on Esch. His second foul. And going to the free throw line will be Jason Rundhog. And Rundhog scoring some points here in a quick fashion, as that first free throw is up and no good. He'll get a second, and Brandon Knox coming back onto the floor here for the Dodgers to replace Carl Reynolds. So the free throw coming up here from Rundhog is a bit short. Ball loose on the floor, and it's going to be picked up there by the Dodgers. McGraw gets it out to Hulbert. There's a shot taken at the baseline by Knox. Doesn't get it to go. And the rebound is there by Mineral Point, as brought down there by Jelly. Now Esch has some pressure on him. Out of the right wing side with 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Still being ball hawked there by McGraw. Gets around one man. Now he drives all the way to the basket. Puts up a tough shot. Doesn't get it to go. And a whistle underneath. And the possession arrow and a tie-up is in favor of Mineral Point. 45.9 seconds left in the third quarter. 25-point lead here for the Dodgers. Here the ball is going to get tossed all the way out high into the hands of Doyle. On the wing, here's a shot by Jelly, is good for three. Nick Jelly for a tray. 53-31, 35 seconds left in the third. McGraw with the dribble in the right forecourt. Gets in the hands of Holbert. Back out high. In the hands of McGraw. McGraw looks towards the lane. Now he'll dribble left side. Still looking for some clearing now with 18 seconds left. McGraw has the ball way out high on the left side, waiting for that clock to tick down. It's now down to 10 seconds. Now they'll start making their move towards the basket with 8, 7. Here's a drive and a shot by McGraw. Taken is good for three. 3-point basket. Ends the third quarter as Kevin McGraw worked that time down and nails the three. And that's the end of three quarters. 56-31. The lead belongs to Dodgeville. We'll take a 1-minute break. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
Wishing all the best to our area high school athletes.
D99.3. point, 3.
Well, we start the fourth quarter as the Dodgers with a 25-point lead. They have the ball, and on the way to the basket, a reach-in foul is going to be called against Mineral Points. And that foul will be called on Nick Jelly. That'll be his second foul of the game. So it'll be a bonus situation, as that is the 7th team foul for the Pointers in the second half. So David Tews will go to the line here for the Dodgers. Tews on the night, 6 points so far for the junior, 6'3" junior. His first free throw is good. And the Dodgers now with a lead of 26. 57-31, Dodgers with the lead. Here's the second free throw off the front iron. It kicks off the back, no good. And the rebound is brought down by the Pointers as Lindsay clears the boards. And they'll give it to Downey. He'll bring it into the forecourt. Downey with a right-hand dribble. Man-to-man defense being played here by the Dodgers with the pass up on the right wing side to Esch. Esch down low, they go to Downey. Downey gets away, puts up a left-hand push shot. Nice shot by Downey. Doing a little improvising that time and puts in a little 10-foot turnaround push shot. 57-33. Lead belongs to Dodgeville. 7:15 left in the fourth quarter. Reynolds gets around the defense. Now loses the ball momentarily, gets it right back. Reynolds will now cross it over to the right side in the hands of Martin. Drives baseline all the way to the baseline, and he gets fouled on the way in. And the foul will be called to Nick Jelly, and that'll be his third foul. And as Jeremy Martin will go to the free throw line. And the one thing about the Dodgers that was so prevalent last year is that you really didn't just lean on a player or two players to do the scoring for you. It kind of was a equal opportunity for everybody as Martin misses the free throw and the rebound brought down by Mineral Point, but ball knocked out of bounds there by Dodgeville, so the Pointers are now triggered in, take it down court. Downey will bring it into the forecourt as he surveys the situation. Dodgevil's right side, gives it off on the right wing to Esch. Esch way out high in the right angle to Downey. Lob inside. Nice little pass and a nice feed inside to Luke Lindsay as Lindsay puts in a layup. Quickly down court. Here's Martin with a quick shot, and he puts it in. So the Dodgers wasting no time, really on the quick transition, coming down and getting a quick deuce from Jeremy Martin. It's 59-35. Right wing pass here on the baseline. Here's Lindsay. Across to Jelly with a jumper. No good. And the rebound inside the lane is kicked loose, and we're going to have a reach-in foul, I believe. Going to be called. And a foul will be called here against Mineral Point. As Nick Jelly will get the foul, and that'll be his fourth foul. So Jelly has picked up some quick fouls here in this little quick succession of plays. And at the free throw line, Jeremy Martin. Martin's free throw around the rim and bounces through. He'll get another. As Greg Gratz comes into the game here for the Pointers. He's in to replace Nick Jelly. 6:20 left in this fourth quarter. Dodgers with a 25-point lead. Here's Martin's second free throw, and that's in the bottom of the basket. So Martin right now with 18 points on the game. 61-35. Downey with it. Up on the right side to Esch for the Pointers. Esch goes baseline. And on the drive, loses control of it. And it's picked up loose on the floor by the Dodgers. Here on the break, there's Tews all the way to the basket. Lays it up. Tried for the stuff. And it caromed off the back iron. No good. Well, Tews trying to go up that left-hand stuff and didn't get it to go. Here's a shot by Esch around the rim. No good. And the Dodgers come down quickly with it again. Here's McGraw. McGraw stops out of the right angle. Now bounce feeding it inside. Here's Tews baseline, puts it up and in. Nice little move on the right side by Tews from the pass from McGraw. And it's 63-35. 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. Here's a pass out on high to Esch for the Pointers. Esch gives it off on the left angle to Gratz. Back out down on the right side they go with it. And here's a drive penetration. There's nice drive all the way to the basket. Taken there by Luke Lindsay for a deuce. 63-37 lead for the Dodgers. McGraw on the left angle. He will hold the ball. Now pick it off to the left side. Here's a drive by Martin all the way to the basket. And there's going to be a foul before the shot. Going to be called against Mineral Point. And I believe the foul is going to be on Luke Lindsay. And Luke Lindsay, that would be his 5th personal foul. So Lindsay will head to the bench with 5:04 left. And Nick Jelly comes down to replace him as Jeremy Martin at the free throw line. First free throw is in the way, and it's there. 64-37. Lead for the Dodgers as the second free throw is good by Martin. 65-37, and 5 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Mineral Point with the ball up in the right angle. They give it to Nick Jelly. Jelly with the lob in the right corner. Here's a shot taken baseline. Is good by Parker Downey. Tough shot by Downey, but he hits it. It's his 11th point of the game. Reynolds driving baseline. Pivots, kicks out to Martin for 3. Won't go. And McGraw gets the rebound for the Dodgers. McGraw feeds inside the twos. Baseline, puts it up and in. David Twos hits it. And it's now a 67-39 lead for the Dodgers. 4:22 left here in the fourth quarter. Pointers with the ball. Up on the left side, they have it. It's Gratz. Passes it inside into the hands of Eccles. Eccles loses control. It goes into the backcourt. It's going to roll all the way to the end line. Nope, saved from going out of bounds. And now it's going to go out of bounds. And last touch by the Dodgers. Nope, last touch by the Pointers. Okay. And now we have a wholesale substitution here for the Dodgers. Brandon Knox comes into the game. Also got Jason Rundhog, Cody Holberts. As Coach Chuck Tank wants to see everybody get in here. There's a tie-up underneath. Possession arrows in favor of Mineral Point. 3:59 left here in the ball game. Well, a lot of anticipation here in this Dodger ball club for this season. And again, with last year being co-conference champions, they're coming out and playing a solid game here. Here's a drive right baseline. Shot is up and good. Shot taken there by Greg Gratz is good. And he draws the foul and is going to try for a three-point play. It's moved by Greg Gratz getting his first 2 of the game. And a foul underneath going to be called against Tony DeMuth. And the free throw is up and no good by Gratz. And the rebound comes into the hands of Holbert, who gets it in the hands of Knox. We'll finally give it to Culver, who will set up the play. Culver drives all the way inside the lane, dishes off on the left wing. Here's a shot taken by Knox. Doesn't get it to go, and the rebound is brought down by the Pointers. Jelly has it into the hands of Downey. Downey with a left-hand dribble. Now heads towards the basket. Dishes it left wing. Here's a shot by Eccles. A little too strong. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch there by the Dodgers. So Mineral Point will get it underneath their own basket with 3:24 left here in this fourth quarter. 67-41 lead for the Dodgers here in this game. There's the ball triggered into Downey. He puts a 3 on the way. No good. And the rebound is there by DeMuth for the Dodgers. They'll get in the hands of Culver, who will now walk it into the forecourt. Here's Culver dribbling it right side. Gets out of traffic. Now he'll pass inside to Knox, who loses control, but he gets it back now on the right end. He comes towards the basket, gets it poked away from him and stolen by Tibbetts. Tibbetts has it, stopped, bounces inside. Nice pass to Downey, who puts in the layup good. Nice pass by Tibbetts to Downey. And 67-43, 24-point lead for Dodgeville. Culver and forecourt here for Dodgeville. Spins away from one man. Now he'll set up again. Now he'll look. No cutters there. Now he'll get off on the wing. Gets off to Rundog. Rundog with a shot baseline. No good. Underneath. Rebound. Put up is good by Rundog. So he didn't get the first time. Gets it on the reload and puts it in. 69-43. 2:20 left here in the fourth quarter. This game is flying by. All the way to the left corner. Here the pass is give it out to the top. And with it on the left angle now is Gratz for the Pointers. Shot taken at the top of the key by Jelly. Doesn't get it to go. And the rebound brought down here by the Dodgers. And Culver will walk it into the forecourt. Culver with the quick dribble. Gets around the man. Heads towards the basket. Puts up a tough shot. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound by Knox, but on the reach. And a foul will be called against Mineral Point. And the foul will be called on the Pointers. And that'll be against Justin Tibbetts. And going to the free throw line for the Dodgers will be Brandon Knox. High school sports here on D99.3, proudly brought to you by Upland Hills Health, bringing unmatched attention, convenience, and choice to the people of Southwest Wisconsin. Please visit them online at uplandhillshealth.org. So, Josh Culver heading to the bench area now. His Knox first free throw is no good. Second one won't go either. And the rebound into the hands of Mineral Point. As Justin Doyle feeds it off on the right wing side to Justin Tibbetts. Passing it down to the right corner. With it is Doyle. Back out high to Jelly. Jelly drives the lane, puts up a shot, and good, and he's fouled. Nice drive by Nick Jelly down the lane, and he draws a foul on the Dodgers. Basket will count, and the foul will be called on Jason Rundhog, his second foul of the game. So Nick Jelly with the free throw, puts it up and in, and with that free throw, he's now going to double figures. 10th point of the game for Jelly. A minute and a half left here in the ball game. In the lane is Knox. He gets it back out on the wing to Holbert. He'll put up a shot, and he hits it. 2-point basket for Cody Holbert, his first 2 points of the night. 71-46. Dodgers with the lead. A minute 10 remaining. Here's a pass up on the right baseline. Shot on the way off the iron. No good. Taken by Doyle. Rebound underneath. Tie up. And now it comes out loose. And a nice shot inside by Eccles for point. But a whistle and a foul will be called on the Dodgers. And the foul will be called on Brandon Knox. And that'll be his first personal foul. And at the free throw line for Mineral Point will be Lance Eccles. Eccles' free throws on the way. Good. And high school sports here on D99.3, proudly brought to you by the Dodgeville Chronicle, the Advisor, the Democrat Tribune, and the Pecatonica Valley Leader. Follow your favorite prep teams and athletes in their latest issues. Second free throw is up and good for Eccles. Gives him 7 points in the game and a minute left. And a 71-48 lead for the Dodgers. Here's McGraw with the dribble, loses it, and the ball was kicked by the Pointers. So they'll keep it in a possession of Dodgeville as they'll inbound in their left forecourt. McGraw will trigger it in. He gets it inbounds into the hands of Holbert. Holbert with the ball. Swings it out left side. Here inside Demuth. Demuth now kicks it back out on the wing. They get it out to Rundhog. Here's a pass underneath. They're working a little bit of a weave kind of an action, but Tibbetts on the steal. Tibbetts flying down the lane. Left wing, bounce pass inside. Shot taken and blocked by Demuth. With the ball, Tibbetts again here for the Pointers. He puts up a shot, partially blocked, and Knox gets the rebound for Dodgeville. 25 seconds remaining. 71-48. The lead belongs to Dodgeville, and the crowd standing, showing their approval. As 15 seconds on the clock, and the Dodgers are going to have a very convincing victory here this evening. Solid win tonight for the Dodgers with 6 seconds left. They move the ball around with Holbert. Holbert has it. He'll just count the time down, and that is it. Final score, Dodgeville 71 and Mineral Point 48. We'll come back to give you a run-through on scoring right after we take a 3-minute break. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
D99.